Okay, good morning everyone. Shalom Aleichem, Bruchim Habayim. We're continuing in Berura, Daf Hashavua. We are up to Siman Kuf Zayin Seif Gimel. Seif Gimel. Ein tzibur mispal tefillas nadav klal. The tzibur does not daven a tefillas nadav at all. It says in Mishna Berura, the ein tzibur makriv carbon nadava. Because the tzibur is not makriv a carbon nadava, elo lekayetz hamizbeach, only for the dessert of the mizbeach kish hamizbeach bato. V'zeu davar she'ena matzah, that's not common. L'chein ein l'spal shmona esrei k'neged zeh. Therefore, there's no shmona esrei corresponding to this. Aval yachid yachal l'spal nadava, but an individual could daven a tefillas nadava al yidei chidush, through a chidush, afilu b'tzibur, even b'tzibur. But an individual could daven a tefillas nadava through a chidush, even b'tzibur. So, an individual is standing with the tzibur, he could daven a tefillas nadava. Sif daled. Haroitzel espalel tefillas nadava tzach shei makeres atzmai zariz v'zahir v'amid b'datay. Someone who wants to daven tefillas nadava, he has to recognize himself to be alert, careful, and strong in his mind. Sheyuchal lechavin b'tefillah, that he can be mechavein in his tefillah, me'roy shviat soif, from the beginning until the end. If he cannot be mechavein well, Karinan Bey will say about him, Lama li roiv zivchechem. Why do I need your abundant karbanos? V'halavai sheyuchal lechavin b'shalosh tefillos hakvuos layom. Halavai, a person should be able to mechavein in the 3 regular tefillos, established tefillos. Basically, I don't think anybody would get up and say, yeah, I am able to be mechavein in a Shemona Esrei from the beginning to end. I think the Chavetz Chaim already wrote that in his time there was no one who would be able to daven one complete Shemona Esrei. Certainly not in our time. So therefore the concept of tefillas nadava is really obsolete, which sort of makes you wonder, if nobody could daven a tefillas nadava, so then why is the halacha b'zman hazeh that if you're mesupik, if you davened, you go and daven again as a tefillas nadava? But basically, if I'm chayiv, I'll daven, and if I'm not chayiv, I'll be a tefillas nadava. Well, I don't have that option that if I'm not chayiv, I'll be a tefillas nadava, because I can't be mechavein for the whole davening. So, how is that a legitimate tzad? Why is that? Why does that go into the equation? Yeah. Anyway. But al tzafik I can't daven, right? If it would just be that I'm a supik, that did I daven or not, I can't daven because safik lahakel. Elamai, because I have the possibility of davening a tefillas nadava, but it's not a possibility. I know for sure I can't be mechavein for the whole Shemona Esrei. Says Mishna Berura, even if I'm going to add something. So again, back to the case where you're masupik, where the chidush is that you'll definitely be yotzei, but you also need another ingredient. You need to be able to know for sure that you're mechavein for the whole thing. I mean, why doesn't Sif Daled make it that the possibility of tefillas nadava is not possible?
You don't know that tefillas nadava is osir here, is it Sif Daled? For you to be level, it's okay, but it's not a good thing. It's osir.
Mm-hmm.
If he ends up the whole thing with after all this, don't ever daven tefillas nadava. It's like maybe the syrup, other things.
I mean, he does say tzarech shehi makir, but that's only if it's for sure tefillas nadava. But if okay, Sif Kufches. Mishla Yispal L'Sibas Tasai Arnas Avimezet. Someone who didn't daven for a reason of he made a mistake, or he was an Einas, or he was amazed. It says Machaber Ta. If he made a mistake, Einanas, or if there was an Einas, V'loi Hispalo Shachris, and he didn't daven Shachris. Mispalo mincha shtayim. He should daven mincha twice. So someone who made a mistake, or he was nanas, and he didn't daven Shachris, he davens Mincha twice. Harishayna Mincha, the first one will be Mincha Vashniya Tashlumin, and the second one will be makeup. Vim Hipech, if he flipped it, which means that the first one he wanted to do Tashlumin, and the second one, Mincha Lo Yatzei De Tefilla Shehi Tashlumin. He's not Yotzei the Tashlumin. So the first one that he davened for Tashlumin, he's not Yotzei. V'tzarch lachzo spal oisa, and he would have to daven again. V'chein hadin b'chol makom shedach spal tefillah Tashlumin. First you daven the tefillah that you're mechoyav, and then you daven the tefillah of Tashlumin. It says in Mishna ta kavanasei lafuke hazed. The intent here is as opposed to if you intentionally didn't daven ukilakaman b'sev zayin. Umi shelo yispal machon shelo yisad daite nachayin alav kurai. Someone who didn't daven because he did not have the right mindset. Av de shaloi kedin asabazah. Let's say a guy was very distracted, and he said, "You know what? I'm not going to daven now." He didn't do the right thing. This is not bechlal mezid, umahani le hashlama, and it will help. This is not bechlal mezid, and making it up will help. In other words, if somebody made a mistake and he made a wrong calculation, he said, "You know, I'm not mechavein well right now, so I'm not going to daven," even though he didn't do the right thing. That's not called mezid, and he could make up the tefillah. Oinenas kagoin shahaya choilas on husika shikar kaman mesavches. Ulinyan oinen, regarding an oinen sha'avar alav zman tefillah, that the zman tefillah passed ad shekavra meisai ayin le'elbasim ayinav sif alf Mishna Berura sham. What the din is by an oinen. I don't have my dir shoot today, so we'll continue. Someone who didn't have water at the time of his tefillah, he would have to, that's also an oines, and he would daven twice. Did he do the right thing by delaying? I mean, he says this is b'chlal oines, but is that the correct thing to do? If somebody doesn't have water, he should miss man tefillah? No, he says l'chadchila ein nachan levata tefillah mishamayim. L'chadchila, you shouldn't do this. If you were involved in helping the tzibur, ayin le'el b'soif siman tzadigim Mishna Berura, v'ayim Pri Megadim siman zeh shekasav denachan shegam b'zeh yispal acher kach lahashlam atfila. Pri Megadim says if you're involved in tzarchei tzibur, he says that it's correct that even in this case he should daven afterwards v'mashlim the tefillah that you're missing. Ach b'zeh, but in this case yispal oisa b'toras nadava, you should daven it as a tefillas nadava v'chadesh ba'davar. So somebody who missed tefillah because he's oisek b'tzarchei tzibur, he should be mashlim it afterwards, but he should be mashlim it as a nedava and be mechadesh something. So let's say a guy missed shachris. V'lo yispal shachris. Uleinin kriya shema im yesh lo tashlumin, whether kriya shema has tashlumin, ayin le'el soif siman nun ches v'mash shekasam nesham Mishna Berura, whether kriya shema has tashlumin. Be'ikar it does not have tashlumin. V'ayin sham oid, der birchas kriya shema ein lo tashlumin kol yama. Birchas kriya shema for sure doesn't have tashlumim. Dahainu afilam yirtzu levarich ha'isam be'esh shekar kriya shema pam acheres and berchaysa. That is, even if you want to read it, even if you want to make the bracha, when you say Kriya Shema another time with the brachas, Deloi tiknu chazal tashlumin ela l'tefila. Chazal were only misakin tashlumin for tefila, shehi ba'kashas harachamim, which is a request for mercy, but not for other things. Chazal were not misakin tashlumin only for Shemona Esrei, but not for Kriya Shema. There's no tashlumin for anything but tefillah. Mincha. What's the reason why tefillah has tashlumin? Because it's bakashas rachamim. Now, mincha, if you miss shachris, what do? You daven mincha twice. Shu shliach tzibur. What if you're shliach tzibur? Yotzidei Hashem v'mashemachsa to b'koram. What you could do is you daven mincha, and then your chazas hashatz will be a tashlumin. V'chavin ba b'shval atzmai l'tashlumim. For you're mechavin. For me, this should be a tashlumin. Begam l'hoitzi ba mi she'eino baki, and I'll moitzi someone who's not a baki, and for him it will be a chiyuv. That's a big chiddush. Okay, we'll do one more. So you daven mincha twice. So shtayim ve'ein dai shecham l'shma b'shel tzir u'lotzis b'shel atzmei l'tashlumin. You'll say, well, I'll daven mincha, and then I'll listen to chazar sashatz as tashlumin. Bein avor arvis, whether it's a makeup for mariv, and I'm going to hear it in the morning, shachris chazar sashatz, or shachris, to like tiknu sheitz b'chazar sashatz tzir el dafka mi she'eino baki. Chazar sashatz can only be moitzi someone who's not a baki, but it cannot be moitzi someone who has to daven at tefillas tashlumin. Kamakam b'diavad yatsa, b'diavad you would be yotzim hayazeh b'shvel hashomas tefillas arvis if it was to make up for mariv. So 2 chazar sashatz of shachris you can make up for mariv. Chazar sashatz of mincha you cannot make up for shachris. V'yafagad d'v'sim kuf chav david kamen dafil b'diavad ein baki yotzi b'chazar sashatz tzibor mikamakam b'zeh shil tashlumin b'shvel tefillas arvis she rishus kula. Even though normally chazar sashatz is only be moitzi ein misha einoi baki, but not for tashlumin. Nevertheless, for mariv, which is only rishus, it could be used for tashlumin. Okay, Rabbi Say, we'll hold it over here. I wish you all a beautiful Yom Tif, and stay tuned for which day we're going to do Mishna Berura. We'll have to see which day we could do the double header. Okay, so have a good day, everyone. Agon Erev Yom Tif. Bracha v'atzlacha. Kol tov. Kol tov. Be well.